All right, so here's our recursive factorial, I suppose, project. Basically, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to allocate the two-word stack using this sub, SP, and 8, because 4 and 4, pretty much. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to move an immediate value 5 into our register 0. And then we're going to bridge to the factorial. And then this right here will restore the stack back to a default by adding instead of subtracting. Okay, and we'll just remove it when we're done. We'll just go back to end when we're done. And then the actual how the factorial is going to work is in this factorial tag. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to allocate the stack space once more. We're going to save our return address. We're going to load that. So to LR, we're going to save that return address. And then we're going to save our value n, store it out to here, store it to register 0. So in the end, if it's the right number, as you can see, which it was, it'll be stored there. And then we can compare R0 to 1, because as you know, we started with the immediate value 5, and we're going to be subtracting values. So if we're at 1 or lower, then we hit our base case, and we need to basically end there. So the recursive case, we did not find the base case. We're going to have to load the value n once more, and then we're going to go n minus 1, and then we're going to call factorial over again, right? Call factorial over again to see where we're at, because if we're at 0, then we're done. Otherwise, we are still going to have to keep going and add more numbers. So next, we're going to load the original n value back up, and then we're going to multiply the value and the original value together, and that will be our new thing that we're going to be storing towards the end. Okay, and then in the base case hit, so we're at 1 or 0, we're going to return 1, and we're going to call end. And n is just going to restore the LR, it's going to deallocate our space, and we're going to return to caller, and that's when we end the entire project. So that's how it works.